All right, today's topic: Juicie's going to jail for 3 months, or is it 6 months?
4.
And like what, 3 years of probation?
Yeah.
This is just me, or shit like that too. Like, do you feel like there should be heavier sentences?
I don't really know, actually.
I think with stuff like this, with hoaxes like this, I don't think it should just be a fine or a slap on the wrist. I think if you put this kind of stuff out there and put other people at risk, you should go to jail for serious time. We need to dissuade people from even thinking about doing stuff like this. Because if you look at it, the pros and cons for him, it was pretty heavy on the pros for the most part. It would have made him more famous, more money. The cons, if it's already a stagnating career that wasn't going to go anywhere, the cons are only he's shamed publicly. But he's only shamed publicly not because of the court case, but because of the publicity.
Yeah.
Right? So the cons would only have been 3 to 4 months in jail and probation. That's nothing.
That's nothing.
It's the same thing for women who accuse dudes of doing something.
Yeah.
Right? Women will say like, oh, he touched, and it didn't happen.
And it didn't happen.
Well, they go to jail for what? A few months? The dude was facing like 20 years. Some of them actually go to jail for like half that time before they get out.
Most of the time, they don't get in jail.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. To me, seeing him go to jail, well, I think it's the right thing. I think 100% he should be sent there because it's very clear he was faking it. But the amount of time is just like, meh.
If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of black Americans in this country for over 400 years and the fears of the LGBTQ community. Your Honor, I respect you and I respect the jury, but I did not do this. And I am not suicidal. And if anything happens to me when I go in there, I did not do it to myself. And you must all know that.
They know, like, the reason why right now he's being held in a psychiatric ward. And the reason for that is that when you say some shit like that, if something happens to me, you know I didn't do it. But you already lied. You already lied about what you did, to what was done to you. So when you say something like that, they think you might ask Nigerian brothers to do something to you inside of jail.
The first time he lied about being harmed, and now he's claiming he will not harm himself. What would you believe?
I mean, that's the reason why they're putting you in a psychiatric ward. Right there and then, just the fact that all this was proven to be fake, and you say that you didn't do it. No, the people that you paid did it.
I mean, it is sus, though. It is sus that he says, I didn't do it. And if I go inside and something happens to me, I didn't do it to myself. What are you trying to say? You say it's just
It's
conspiracy?
Sus. All of this is sus.
Are you trying to make us believe that there's some kind of conspiracy to fake that you faked the hate crime and that you didn't? Like, what are you talking about?
And they're
like,
trying to silence you. That's the reason why you're in the psychiatric ward.
Bruv, you're not on the set of Empire anymore. Khalas. Stop acting, okay?
Taiwan.
No, you're not getting no bonus pay. You're not getting no overtime pay.
No.
All right? You're not getting no AFTA, NAFTA, BAFTA awards. Nobody going to celebrate this acting career you have.
No. Yeah, that's the reason why you're there.
Yeah. It sounded like he was acting at the end when he's doing that speech. Your Honor, I respect it. But if you think I put my fist in the 400 years of black American suffering and the LGBT, nigga, please.
That's not.
Stop.
This ain't it.
You're doing too much.
You're doing too much.
You're doing a lot. You know what also killed me?
Taraji P. Henson being like,
The family, yes. Read the statements from Taraji P. and the family.
Yeah, I saw what Taraji said.
Read it. So if you don't know, Taraji P. was one of the actors that once said to him. And this is what she wrote. She wrote, "Free Jussie," hashtag, okay?
I'm not here to debate. I don't here to debate you on innocence, but we can agree that the punishment does not fit the crime.
We agree. He should be going to jail for much longer, if that's what you meant. But that's not what she meant. You know what she's saying? He doesn't deserve to go to jail at all.
Emmett Till was brutally beaten. No. Don't put Emmett Till in there. Don't put Emmett Till in there. Do not.
Go ahead.
Do not. That's a fake equivalency. That's not what it is, all right? Emmett Till was brutally beat and ultimately murdered because of a lie, and none of the people involved with his demise spent one day in jail. It's not because over there with Emmett Till there was no justice that Jussie shouldn't pay for exaction. No. Jussie should pay, and the motherfuckers that did dirty to Emmett Till, they should have paid too. That's it. But don't put Emmett Till in there. One day in jail, even after Carolyn Bryant admitted that her claims were false. No one was hurt or killed during Jussie's ordeal. Nah, you still deserve it.
Keep reading it. Don't stop.
Don't stop till you get enough. I got enough. He has already lost everything. Everything. To me, as an artist, not able to create, that itself is punishment enough. He can't get no job. No one in Hollywood will hire him. And again, as an artist who loves to create, that is prison. My prayer is that he is freed and put on house arrest and probation, because in this case, that would seem fair. Please, free Jussie. No. You think you said something to Raji P? You didn't.
She basically said what Jussie did is low-key noble. She was basically endorsing what he did. Nobody was hurt. What's the issue? Oh, he's suffering. He can't create art anymore. Imagine if we got off most people in prison off like, oh, they can't do what they love anymore. Listen,
That's not how
it's not because nobody was hurt or killed that it makes it okay.
Yeah.
The same way, if you go and attempt to slice somebody's neck and you fail, it's not because nobody was hurt or killed and you failed that you didn't do something terrible. Yeah. You know, he knew what kind of profile he has. He knew what this was going to do for his career. And he got the whole world to listen in on this whole thing and claim that he was a victim of a hate crime at a time where, like, racial tensions are really high. You faking something makes people look at you sideways. It does something terrible for race relations in general.
Yeah, and you just said the whole race relation thing back. Everybody that had a case there, the real victims, are going to be looked funny. Like, you did a disservice to a bunch of people. You put a bunch of people on the case and on edge. Nah, B, you get what you deserve, and you should deserve more.
Yeah, this is the type of person to say, like, well, women who falsely accuse dudes who don't go to jail shouldn't be. What? You put someone's straight life under stress. Basically, libel is not a thing for her. You know what I'm saying? Defamation of character is not a thing for her. No, stop.
Nobody was really hurt.
Yeah, but the next time somebody comes out with a hate crime and they say something happened to me, you know what they're going to say? Are you another Jussie? Yeah. That's what they're going to say.
Yeah, definitely.
And rightly so. Because we have learned through this case and through many others that being a victim in a lot of these circumstances carries a tremendous amount of power and benefit. He did this for career opportunities to advance himself. Think about that.
I respect you, Your Honor. I respect your decision. Jail time. I am not suicidal.
Okay. Mr. Uche, let me inquire, are there any post-sentencing motions you care to present right now?
Yes, Judge.
Yes, Ms. Widow.
The defense would wish to present a motion to reconsider sentence and file it in stanter.
All right. It is timely filed.
Thank you, Judge.
And let me say, I've obviously considered the sentence at great length. And it's timely filed, so it's preserved for purposes of appeal. Motion to reconsider sentences respectively.
All right, we can stop watching. We can stop watching. And yeah, I think the biggest takeaway from this is a lot of people will make up anything to frame themselves as victim because they know it's beneficial. That's the truth of the world. So whenever someone says to you, why would anyone make something like this up? You're learning now that behind the scenes, it's a tremendous currency. This man's talking about promotions, bigger roles. He wanted his whole profile to raise up because he was ambitious. And how did he want to do it? By being a victim. So there you have it. There you have it. People lie every day like this. And this is a real thing. Doesn't mean you shouldn't believe anybody who comes out with this. Look at the facts in the case, the evidence, whatever it might be. But if you ever think to yourself, but no, nobody would make something up, you're wrong. I've seen it with my own eyes, and everyone has seen it with this case and this question. This man didn't care about putting those two Nigerian brothers in a super compromising position. What if the police rolled up on them really believing it was a hate crime and then some kind of thing happened? Because we see that all the time in videos. Somebody reaches for their hand too quickly, their cell phone, whatever it might be, boom, boom, boom. What then? What then? Of course this man's guilty. And his whole family talking about free him, he didn't do nothing wrong. Listen, their family, so they got to say that, I guess.
Free my nigga Tico. What did Tico did? Oh, he killed 5 people. Oh, no, Tico can stay in jail.
It's like, come on, man.
Tico can stay his ass in jail. Oh, no, we're not freeing nobody.
Yeah.
He did that, then he's going to do that. Come on now, B.
The whole city of Chicago was like, man, get this fool out of here. Keep him in jail. But that's just my thoughts.
Everything was sus from the beginning.
Hey, man, we don't have to hash that shit out. Everybody knows the story.
But
Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you guys believe this? Do you not believe this? Let us know.